Hidden inside a meteorite deep underground was an ancient man-eating creature. The moment archaeologists opened the cave, swarms of monsters rushed out, tearing everyone apart in an instant. From there, the creatures poured out like a flood, spreading across the entire globe. But they had no idea that this single mistake was about to push the entire human race to the brink of extinction. But why did this happen? Let's find out. The story begins deep within the Appalachian Mountains. This is one of the oldest mountain ranges on Earth, formed nearly 480 million years ago. A team of archaeologists was excavating here because they discovered a massive meteorite buried underground. They believed finding a rare fossil here would send shockwaves through the scientific world. But as soon as they break through a cave wall, countless bizarre-looking monsters surge out. In the blink of an eye, they rip the archaeologists to shreds and swarm out of the cave, spreading into the outside world. This one tiny mistake has now brought humanity to the edge of extinction. Next, we're introduced to the movie's hero, Joey, who works as an architect. His daughter, Kate, lost her ability to speak after a car accident when she was a child. Despite that, Kate was growing up happily surrounded by her family's love. They had a perfect life together. But one night, Kate's mother suddenly wakes her up. In the living room, Kate sees her entire family watching the news in terror. The reports show strange monsters attacking all across America. These aren't creatures from Earth. Their reproduction rate is insane, spreading like a virus. Though they look small, they're incredibly vicious and only eat flesh. From humans to animals, everything is becoming their prey. A mother uploads a video online showing her and her son trapped in a car. In the video, her son's mouth is taped shut and she holds a sign that reads, "Do not make a sound no matter what." Joey's family is stunned. Can they really survive these monsters just by staying quiet? Right then, the government issues an emergency broadcast. Millions of monsters are heading toward cities. Everyone is told to lock their doors and windows and turn off all sound systems. They're instructed to hide inside until military rescue teams arrive. While everyone else trusts the government, Old Wang isn't buying it. He's a veteran, so he realizes that if the government is making an announcement like this, it means the military has already lost control of the situation. Joey initially thinks staying home is the safest bet, but his daughter Kate disagrees. She explains that these monsters will definitely attack where the crowds are, meaning the cities, first, so the smartest move would be to head to the countryside or somewhere remote. Hearing Kate's logic, everyone realizes she's right. They don't waste any time, quickly packing their things to make a run for it. Meanwhile, millions of monsters invade the cities in an instant. Screams and cries of agony are everywhere. The scene at the subway station was even more horrific. After the monsters attacked, there was nothing left but piles of bodies. Inside a stalled train car, a few people were hiding. Since the doors and windows were shut, they'd managed to survive for now. Everyone is dead silent, pin drop quiet, because the slightest noise will trigger another attack. But right then, the sound of a baby crying ruins everything. Everyone's heart skips a beat. A bald man loses his temper, grabs the baby from the mother's arms and tries to throw it out of the train. The others stop him. Seeing no other choice, the mother decides to get off the train herself with the baby. Everyone on the train watches with pity, but no one steps up to help out of fear for their own lives. The mother steps outside with her child. After a moment, the baby stops crying and she breathes a sigh of relief. But as luck would have it, the baby's pacifier suddenly falls to the ground and the baby starts wailing again. That's it. The sound of the baby's crying echoes through the entire tunnel. Within seconds, swarms of monsters hear the noise and come charging in. Even though the mother desperately tries to run back to the train, she doesn't make it. The monsters pounce on them. Meanwhile, Kate and her family are driving down a rural road. They don't see any monsters on the way. Kate video calls her boyfriend and learns that his family stayed home as the government instructed. Even though the attacks have started in their city, they're still safe for now. Hearing this, Kate starts to doubt if they made the right choice by running. After driving for a few hours, Joey pulls into a gas station. While fueling up, a man with a gun suddenly stands in front of them. The man threatens Joey, saying he'll shoot Kate in the head if he doesn't hand over the car key. Seeing how bad the situation is, Joey is forced to comply. But at that exact moment, Old Wang pulls out his gun and shoots the man. Simultaneously, Kate's pet dog pounces on the man to take him down. The man wasn't actually evil, he was just a regular guy trying to escape. It just goes to show you how far people will sink when they're desperate. Once they finish fueling, they quickly leave the area. After driving all night, they hit the highway, but when they get there, it's total chaos. Thousands of cars are stuck in a massive traffic jam. Nobody listened to the government. Everyone is trying to flee. As a result, the entire road is paralyzed. Old Wang realizes that if they just sit there, the monsters will catch them, so he decides to leave the main road and drive through the woods as a shortcut. If there isn't a road, he'll make one. But the forest path was far from easy. While driving on the rough terrain, a herd of deer suddenly jumps in front of the car. Old Wang loses control and the car flips into a ditch. Everyone is mostly okay, but Old Wang is trapped inside. The car door is jammed so badly that it's impossible to open with heavy tools. Old Wang knows he's stuck, so he tells Joey to take the others and run. But Joey refuses to leave his friend behind. He says he'll bring tools from a nearby village to rescue him. Before leaving, Joey gives Old Wang his pistol for self-defense. But when Joey and the others return, Kate's dog suddenly starts barking frantically. Kate realizes danger is close. She signals everyone to be quiet, but it was already too late. Lured by the dog's barking, a monster flies in and slams against the car window. The glass was on the verge of shattering. Attracted by the noise, more monsters begin to arrive. Soon the entire car is swarmed. They keep smashing against the glass. Trapped inside, Old Wang hears the monsters and realizes friends are in trouble. He decides to sacrifice himself to save them. He starts firing his gun from inside the car so that the noise will draw all the monsters toward him. His plan works. Every monster targets him and attacks. Once he runs out of bullets, the massive swarm surrounds and kills him. Old Wang gives his own life to save Joey and his family. A little while later, the forest goes silent. Everyone is numb with grief over Wang's death. But the danger isn't over. Suddenly, Kate's dog starts barking. This time, there was no other way. To save the rest of the family, Joey is forced to open the car door and let the dog out. The moment it's outside, the monsters devour it. Kate breaks down in tears, watching her beloved dog die. But the trouble doesn't end there. One persistent monster remains perched on a branch above the car. Joey decides he has to kill it himself. He creeps toward the monster very slowly, quietly. But right then, Kate's grandmother, Joey's mother-in-law, has an asthma attack. Even though she takes her inhaler, the sound of her gasping for breath gives her away. The monster charges and starts slamming against the car glass. Joey thinks fast and grabs a nearby iron rod, throwing it as far as he can. Hearing the rod hit the ground, the monster immediately flies toward the noise. Seeing this, Joey makes a huge discovery. He realizes these monsters are actually blind. They can't see. They only hunt by sound. In other words, if you don't make a noise, they can't do anything to you. Once the monster leaves, Joey returns to the car and tells everyone about his discovery. Now the problem is, the monsters are still roaming nearby. If they start the car, the engine noise will bring them right back. So they decide to leave the car and head toward the next town on foot. But with so many family members, including kids, traveling on foot is extremely risky. Seeing no other choice, Joey first goes to check on Old Wang, but he finds that the monsters have eaten his friend, leaving nothing but bone. Then, Joey comes up with a plan and sets their car on fire. The sound of the tires popping and the roaring flames draws all the nearby monsters toward it. Taking advantage of the distraction, they make their escape. After walking for quite a while, Joey's young son spots a wooden house down the mountain. They quickly head toward it. By the time they arrive, it's already dark. Getting closer, they see the house is surrounded by a tall fence. Just as Joey goes to open the gate, bells start jingling. They hadn't noticed the bells attached to the fence. Hearing the noise, a monster charges toward them. Right then, an old woman comes out of the house holding a shotgun. She screams at them, "Get off my property!" Joey and the others are stunned by her reaction. This woman clearly has no idea what's happening in the world. Before Joey can tell her to be quiet, the swarm of monsters hears her screaming and targets her. In the blink of an eye, the monsters pounce on the old woman and rip her to shreds. Terrified by the sight, Joey and his family don't dare enter through the front door. They circle around to the back of the house. There, they find a drainage pipe. Joey crawls inside first to check if it's safe. It seems clear, so he tells the others to follow him one by one, but it feels like danger is following. As Joey's young son is entering the pipe, a massive rattlesnake suddenly appears in front of him. The snake coils up, ready to strike. The boy can't move forward and he can't back away. The snake hisses, and hearing that sound, a monster immediately shows up. With one bite, the monster tears the snake in two. But at that exact moment, several more monsters fly in and launch a direct attack on Joey's wife's leg. Joey's wife screams in agony after being bitten by the monster. Hearing her cries, all the nearby creatures begin swarming toward them. The situation was spiraling out of control. Right then, an idea hits Joey. He spots a wood chipper sitting in the yard. Joey sprints over and cranks the machine to life. The deafening roar of the machine disorients the monster, and as they dive toward the source of the noise, they fly straight into the chipper. In an instant, they're ground into bloody pulp of bone and flesh. Taking advantage of the chaos, Joey and his family manage to get inside and lock the doors. They're safe for now, but Joey's wife has a massive gash on her leg. Luckily, Joey's mother-in-law, Kate's grandmother, was a nurse, and they have a first aid kit on hand. She quickly cleans the wound and stitches it up. Everyone finally breathes a small sigh of relief. Once things settle down, Kate video calls her boyfriend, but what she hears completely shatters her. In just a few hours, the monsters have killed both of his parents. This means that even staying locked inside isn't safe anymore. Kate tells her boyfriend to head to their cabin, but before she can finish, the signal drops and the line goes dead. The next morning, it's clear that Joey's wife is in bad shape. Her leg is infected. It turns out these monsters carry deadly bacteria in their mouths. Without antibiotics, she won't survive more than a few days. They search the entire cabin, but there's no medicine to be found. Seeing no other choice, Joey and Kate decide to head into town on foot to find a pharmacy. When they reach the city, they're met with a gruesome sight. Thousands of monsters are hanging from power lines and telephone wires like massive bats. The streets are littered with mangled bodies. Fortunately, they find a pharmacy and slip inside cautiously, but the moment they enter, the stench of rotting corpses hits them. Bodies are scattered everywhere. While searching for the medicine, Kate notices something strange. Something is moving inside one of the bodies. Driven by curiosity, Kate pulls back the victim's shirt and finds a transparent egg sac filled with tiny, squirming monsters. They're growing so fast, it's clear why their reproduction rate is so catastrophic. This is exactly how they took over the world in such a short time. Just then, a few monsters fly into the pharmacy. Joey and Kate stand frozen in terror. Noticing the creatures aren't moving yet, Joey clears a plan. He lights a mop on fire and holds it up to a fire sprinkler. The fire alarm blares instantly, and water starts pouring down like rain. The sound of the falling water confuses the monsters, giving them the perfect window to escape the pharmacy. But as they step outside, a strange man blocks their path. He looks like a priest or a man of the cloth. Joey doesn't want any trouble, knowing that in times like these, people can be far more dangerous than monsters. But the man is persistent, blocking their way with a smile and asking them to join a religious group called the Hush. Kate and Joey are baffled. Who starts a new religion in the middle of an apocalypse? As the man tries to speak, they witness something horrifying. The man's tongue has been cut out. It turns out that to be a member of this group, you have to cut off your own tongue. These aren't good people. They're a twisted psycho cult. Joey and Kate don't stick around to chat. They bolt and head straight back to the cabin. Back at the house, Kate's mother stabilizes after getting the antibiotics. Kate then starts researching the monsters online. She finds a crucial piece of information. These creatures aren't just blind. They can't handle the cold. In parts of the world with heavy snow or freezing temperatures, they haven't been able to penetrate yet. This means if they can reach the frozen regions to the north, they might actually survive. With this ray of hope, they try to get some sleep, but the next morning they wake up to a nightmare. That tongueless priest and his entire cult have surrounded the cabin. They're all just standing there, staring with vacant eyes. Joey is forced to go out and talk to them. The priest writes on a notepad that he wants Joey's family to join them. Joey flat out refuses. That's when the priest reveals his true intentions. He wants to take Kate.
Because she's young and already silent, he believes she's perfect for their breeding purposes. Hearing this, Joey snaps. He pulls his gun and threatens them, telling them to get off his property right now or he'll end them all. Seeing Joey's lethal intent, the cultists temporarily retreat. That night, as Kate is getting ready for bed, Kate gets a message from her boyfriend. He's heading toward a refugee camp in the north. Just as Kate goes to reply, the network cuts out again. In the middle of the night, a massive thunderclap roars, and a heavy downpour begins. The sound of the rain wakes Joey up. He spots something moving outside the window. Opening the door, they find a little girl shivering in the rain. Thinking she's just a lost child, they bring her inside. The girl doesn't say a word. Suspecting something, Joey tells her to open her mouth. When she does, they see her tongue has been cut off too. Joey realizes it's a trap. They pull off the girl's jacket and find several cell phones taped to her body. Before they can react, the phones all start ringing at once. Joey grabs the phones and dunks them into a sink full of water, but the damage is already done. Lured by the noise, swarms of monsters descend on the cabin. They surround the house like a cloud of hornets, though the rain makes it hard for them to lock on to their targets.
But the madness doesn't stop there. Suddenly, the sound of ringing bells starts coming from the basement. The cultists had snuck in through a tunnel early and were ringing bells to draw the monsters inside. The creatures start smashing through the windows. Joey and his son scramble to block the window, while Kate's mother and grandmother run to the basement to stop the noise. But the cultists waiting down there attack them immediately. They grab Kate and start dragging her away. When Kate's mother and grandmother try to stop them, they're beaten down. In that moment, Kate's grandmother shows incredible bravery. To save her granddaughter, she chooses to sacrifice herself. She runs outside and screams at the top of her lung. Hearing her cry, every monster in the vicinity pounces on her. In the chaos, the cultists manage to snatch Kate and disappear. When Joey makes it downstairs, the priest just gestures for him to stay quiet, making it clear if they follow, the noise will get everyone killed. Seeing his daughter being taken right in front of him, Joey can't hold back anymore. He looks up and sees the heavy lightning and rain. He realizes the thunder and the downpour are disorienting the monsters, and this is their only chance. Joey, his wife, and his son arm themselves and go after the cultists. A brutal fight breaks out in the pouring rain. Joey fights like a man possessed. He slams the priest to the ground. Meanwhile, Kate's mother, despite her injuries, fights with everything she has for her daughter. Kate finds an opening and starts fighting back as well. But during the struggle, the priest stabs Joey. Bleeding and enraged, Joey lunges at the priest, stabbing him repeatedly with a sharp tool until he's dead. Seeing their leader gone, the rest of the cultists flee in terror. With the nightmare finally over, they don't dare stay at the cabin any longer. They quickly pack up and head north. After a long, grueling journey, they finally reach the snow-covered mountain. They find the refugee camp at the location Kate's boyfriend had shared. Kate finally reunites with him. For a moment, it feels like everything is going to be okay, but as the movie ends, terrifying truth is revealed. Kate's boyfriend tells them that they aren't even safe here for long. The monsters are evolving rapidly. They're now adapting to the cold. In places where the monsters were never seen before, they're starting to appear. Humans are fleeing even further north, deeper into the freeze. But for how long? According to scientists, there's still no way to kill these creatures. Their numbers are growing exponentially. It's only a matter of time before the entire world belongs to them. The movie ends on this note of pure desperation. And there you have it, the story of The Silence. The film was released on Netflix back in 2019, even though it has a 5.3 rating on IMDb. If you're a fan of A Quiet Place or survival thrillers like it, this movie won't disappoint, especially that twist at the end. It really shows how low people can sink when they're desperate and the lengths a family will go to for one another. What do you think? If you were in this situation, would you fight like Joey or would you join a group like The Hush? Let me know in the comments. And hey, thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. It really helps me out with the next one. And if you don't want to miss more movie recaps, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay quiet. Take care.